As it said. Oh, look, the rocket! The rocket! The freaking rocket! The rocket's taking off! The rocket! Look at the rocket, everyone! Look! What is it going, though? It's going to Moisty, right? Our prediction was right. You can't see it on the map. Holy crap! Wait, it's going over here. What got detached off it? The boosters? Where's it going? It's going to Moisty, right? I think it's just going to the stars. I think it just went like straight up. Look, it's still up there. You can still see it. What's that? That's not Moisty Meyer. No, that wasn't. Moisty! What's going on? What happened? What's happening? Where is that? What's happening in the sky?
And today, we're going to be finding out exactly what that was in the sky. Hey guys, it's Tyler here from the Omega Knights. And yeah, so that clip we just showed you was actually from our live stream that took place about an hour ago, as of recording this at least. As of uploading this, it will probably have been like 5 hours ago, but you get the point. So, yeah, basically, giant missile launch. Make giant thing in the sky. That's all we have so far, but we have to backtrack from the evidence that we already have, because as a matter of fact, there's actually a lot of it. Go back to the beginning of season 4, and we will remember the days when we were so impressed and waiting for week 7 in the blockbuster challenge. Funny, it's already over. But yeah, so when the blockbuster challenge first came out, we all noticed that you could actually get a bonus thing for every time you completed all the challenges in 1 week. Guess what? Loading screens. The first loading screen you unlocked was this loading screen that's on screen right now. Basically, it shows a meteor in the background, and yeah, that's all we had at the time. The captions gave a little more as to what was happening, but yeah, all we had was that a meteor was coming down. Come week 2, and we find out that that meteor actually hit somewhere very close to Moisty. Now, if we see in the background, we can see a tower from prison in this loading screen, and we see Omega crawling out of the rubble. And as I thought in the last one, I thought Omega actually came out of the meteor. No. Omega is a villain that was being held in prison, and when the meteor hit, he escaped. Pretty logical, right? So, yeah, that's that so far. That's all we had. Come week 3, we don't get much more, but we do find out there are in fact heroes that are fighting against Omega when we see the Carbide, the Valor, the Squad Leader, and this other skin seeing Omega on the map. Now, that's also all we had. Now we know there's Omega, the bad, and there are the heroes, the good. Come week 4, we find out Omega actually has an army of his own. See, we can see him commanding an army there. Yeah, at what appears to be a villain base or somewhere like that. Come week 5, we get this fighting scene. Fighting in Fortnite without guns? What a surprise. But yeah, you can see a massive fight going on where it looks to be tilted towers. You can see a massive fight, good versus evil, Carbide versus Omega. Who will win? Well, that's all we had. We assumed the week 6 loading screen would answer who won. And from the looks of the first sight of the week 6 loading screen, I think we all thought that it was a stalemate till we looked a little closer and realized it was actually a movie. Yeah, so basically, all those loading screens, they were all just shots from the movie. If we see the week 1 loading screen, I've been getting a lot of questions, and I can answer that pretty easily. How could they be filming a movie and then another movie? Well, it's pretty simple. The movie they were recording, with the Moisty Moorman, well, the movie about the Moisty Merman was just a part of the movie. That was a part of the movie. A movie in a movie. Now, we were really close to Blockbuster, and I think we all assumed we were gonna get the Blockbuster skin. And the week 7 loading screen came with the Blockbuster, and the week 7 loading screen showed the Blockbuster skin in what looked to be a meteor or a very small crater. And, well, he went from the skies to the center of Dusty Divot. That's right, he was inside the meteorite. Not Omega, like I thought. And, yeah, so then that's all we had. We knew this visitor guy, because the skin's called the Visitor, right? Alright, so, yeah, that's all we had, right? But it appeared there was actually a hidden loading screen for all those die-hard Fortnite fans. If you actually played Fortnite enough, you would notice there were hidden battle stars hidden all around the map. Once you collect all 7 of them, you actually unlock this. Boom! Another loading screen. The final loading screen, which shows the Visitor arming the villain base missile. That's right. Now, as far as I can conclude, that's all the loading screens we have. I did find this other thing from Fortnite, which showed these 2 guys, or a guy and a girl getting hop rocks, but I'm pretty sure that's not canon. And, yeah. So, basically, you get the gist of it. The entire plotline with Omega and Carbide, the heroes versus the villains, was just a giant movie. And it was being filmed from Moisty all the way to Tilted. But this thing going on with the Visitor was not just a movie. It was legitimate. Now that the Visitor armed the missile, once we got that loading screen, now, if you look around the map, on all the TVs, it shows a counter. And when that counter finishes, that rocket, that's gonna launch. Now, in the stream, you can probably hear me and my brother assuming Moisty Mire is going to be destroyed. Now, if you actually went into the game files prior to today, it would show that all the locations in Fortnite Battle Royale would still be there by the end of Season 4, except for Moisty Mire. So we thought the rocket was going to destroy Moisty. We were wrong. What am I talking about? The rocket did not destroy Moisty Mire. In fact, it didn't really destroy anything. What it did do, though, was leave a giant placeholder for the meteorite at Villain Base. And it also left a giant thing in the sky. That thing in the sky, everyone, that is... Well, I don't really know what it is, but I can give you a pretty accurate... I'm just gonna theorize about it, basically. Alright, so we know the Visitor is from outer space, right? So this thing that he created, obviously, it must not be something natural. It has to be created using resources found in only outer space. Now, when the meteors hit, we got some of their meteorite rocks and left a bunch of craters. The hop rocks. The hop rocks, once eaten, gave you strange abilities. The ability to run faster, jump higher, glow purple, just by eating one. You got all those abilities for roughly a minute. Now, that's pretty good, right? Well, the effects that you saw in the, when the 2 things collided, the rocket and the thing detached from the rocket, when they collided, they made an explosion in the sky. if you throw an impulse grenade down, it makes pretty much an identical explosion. So if you want to try that out, it's pretty cool. Just a fun fact there. But yeah, so throwing an impulse grenade down then creates the same explosion if you want to see it, and you don't just want to see it on the stream. But yeah, so that explosion happens, then the sky begins to push itself in. The sky was falling until, well, that weird cipher appeared in the sky, that is. Caused the sky to go normal, leaving a bunch of scratches in the sky. Now, if you actually go onto the battle bus and you actually look down when you're around Tilted Dusty and Lake, you can actually see that thing in the sky, and that is really strange, isn't it? You can see it. It's like right next to you. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It's right there, right next to you. So, it's obviously not a part of the sky. It is floating below sky level. No clouds are even touching it. Then, why is it part of the sky? It isn't. It just left a giant piece of debris in the sky. And I'm guessing that debris is going to have to do with have something to do with Season 5. Season 5 is going to be very, very scary from the looks of things. It's not going to be meteorite themed. From my predictions, it's going to be space themed. Now, I know a lot of people already think, and probably are correct, that it's going to be history themed, but we don't officially really know that. It could still be space themed. And remember, that's just a theory. I think it might be space themed is all. That's a theory. I think Epic Games actually did confirm that it will be history themed, but still, we're just going to theorize that it might be space themed. So, yeah, back on track. So, the visitor guy, he's not a good guy. And we got his skin. We also got the ability to customize his face. Similar to Omega and Carbide, it had customizable styles. One of those had a dot, or 2 X's for eyes and a smiley face. Pretty normal. One of them just had a red face that blinked a lot. Same for the other 2. Completely random. But it does show us that it can take different appearances, making it alien-like. Now, you might be saying, but Carbide and Omega also have that. Are they aliens? No, they're actors. They can do that because they're actors. They can take off the pieces. When you get the full Omega and the full Carbide, you have the actors with all the pieces of the costume on. When they're just level 1, you can just see them having the basic level of their costumes on. So, the visitor is an alien. And if you look at him closely, he doesn't really resemble an alien, does he? Till you look at his face, of course. But pieces kind of start to fall together when you notice that you cannot see any part of human skin on him. You can only see him wearing... Why am I calling him a him? You can only see it wearing clothes. No part of it has any part of its skin showing. Most clothing choices on average people show part of their skin, mostly their face and their neck. But the visitor isn't like that. He doesn't show any of his skin. He wants to keep all that gushy pink alien skin to himself. He doesn't want anyone knowing he's an alien, but he is from outer space. In fact, I'm fairly certain he's the one that threw the meteor down to Fortnite Island. Back in Season 3, when the meteor was still in the sky, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was slowly getting really closer. And actually, you guys did notice, but it was slowly getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer until eventually, boom! We thought it was hitting Tilted Towers, but no, it was hitting Dusty Divot. Now, Dusty Divot, well, at the time it was Dusty Depot, but now it's Dusty Divot, because it's just one massive divot of what used to be Dusty. Pretty sad. But also not, because Dusty was a pretty crap location. But anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna get into any of that argument going on there. But, yeah. So, basically, the meteorite, it was in the sky for a long time. As if the visitor was trying to control it to make it land at specifically one location. Dusty Divot. He knew that near Dusty, Loot Lake, and Tilted, there was actually a high energy mass in the air. And if he were to launch a rocket there, or, well, the meteorite there, it would trigger a reaction. Once he launched the meteorite, he crawled over to Villain Base, set up camp, and started creating something inside the rocket. That something ended up harnessing the power in that energy mass and ended up actually making that thing in the sky, making the energy mass visible. Now that he knows where it is, he's going to harvest it and use it to his advantage. So guys, I hope you all did enjoy my theory on Fortnite Battle Royale. If you want to see some other theories, I think I only have like one or two others on. I think one's on Fortnite, one's on like Fortnite's popularity. So yeah, if you want to check those out, well, they're on screen. So yeah, I hope you all did enjoy this theory, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.